Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and welcome back to Let's Play Yoshi's Woolly World. We are here in this world that's kind of like, I don't know, like a lot of this aesthetic, right, makes me think like of the Nintendo 64, because there are so many games in like that era that have, I don't know, it feels like they have this kind of pastel aesthetic going on. Like if you think of games like Yoshi Story or like Paper Mario, I think is another one. For that matter, even Mario 64. Oh no, not these guys. I don't know how to play. I don't know how to play this game. I need to get on top of you, and then I need to fly like all the way across the freaking level to get this yarn. But yeah, there's a lot of like, I feel like a lot of like Nintendo 64 games have this kind of really nice, like agreeable pastel aesthetic. And this world just makes me think of it. Or else like there's like maybe like it's not a console thing. I think it's like an era thing. Because there's another game that I think of a lot when I think of this aesthetic, which is kind of like when I think of that color palette and aesthetic, which is like Kirby's Dream Land 3, right? I'd like to like play that sometime. I don't think I ever finished it when I Great. I don't think I ever finished it when I started playing it that time, right? Because I had it on the Wii U Virtual Console, like every other game known to man, right? Do I have to get that yarn again? I probably do, right? The Kirby's Dream Land 3, which I feel like is another one of those amazing games that is like less well known because it came out on the Rock's feet touched the ground. I don't believe that. That was like the Big Show should have won the Royal Rumble. I feel like, so when it comes to like Kirby, right? I feel like Kirby Superstar, it gets like very much is highly loved, right? Highly loved. This is a very difficult level to talk while playing it. I'm afraid. Don't these disappear? I thought they like disappeared after a while. This is just like the more stressful version of that that level I love so much. But I was literally just about to say this is easy mode, and then he fucking body checked me. But Kirby's Dream Land 3, like I feel like Kirby Superstar is very like universally loved, and I'll be honest, I don't really get it as much as I get like the love for other Kirby games. Like I feel like Kirby Superstar is revered as this like masterpiece, and I don't mean to say it's not good. Don't get me wrong. I think Kirby Superstar is definitely like deserving of its like icon status, right? But I've actually, for me personally, I've never really connected very much with Kirby Superstar. I think it's like the Great Cave Offensive and things like that. I feel like the Great Cave Offensive is like a big part of it, because freaking seagulls. I feel like the Great Cave Offensive is like a big part of it. That better not be a freaking flower. Is a big part of it, because I just am not a big fan of the Great Cave Offensive. And I actually started playing Kirby and the Magic Mirror. I think the magic mirror. I've been double crossed by the devil. I started playing Kirby and the Magic Mirror on the Wii U randomly one day. And similarly, was it on the Wii U or was it on the Switch Virtual Console? Do you ever go away? I started playing Kirby's Magic Mirror, and that was similar. It felt like the whole game was the Great Cave Offensive, and it was just there were too many things to go, too many things to do, too many different places to go. Can I shoot? I should have read the... Oh, I can shoot. Well, this is fun. I'm actually really enjoying this. It's like a UFO level in Kirby. The, nice shooting text. It's like a freaking Cuphead or something. The, Whoa. I was stuck behind... I was like Wario on a wall and I didn't even realize it. The, But yeah, so I'm not the biggest fan of the Great Cave Offensive at all. Like, it doesn't spark joy for me. That wasn't very cash money of you, Gusty. Since when am I saying that's not very cash money of you? Something I've never said before in my entire life. All of a sudden I think it's so funny, you know? So yeah, I don't like the Great Cave Offensive, and I think it's very hard to really love Superstar if you don't like the Great Cave Offensive. You know, it's such like a huge part of the game. Whereas, like, I feel, if instead, if you look at something like Kirby's Dream Land 3, yeah, I bet you that, like, one where I had to collect all the beads was a flower. That's usually the kind of crap. The, Kirby's Dream Land 3 is beautiful. It really is more like a classic, Kirby's Dream Land. Kirby's Dream Land level. It really is more like a classic Kirby's Dream Land game. And I think that's why I like it so much. That, and it has this, like, really beautiful aesthetic. Like, it has this kind of like crayon drawing kind of style, which is really beautiful. It's just, and it's hard as well. It's actually probably, of all the Kirby games I've played, it's probably, like, the most difficult, like, it really is probably the most difficult Kirby's game that I've played, and especially, like, if you're going to... It also falls into, unfortunately, that category of game that I was talking about, yesterday, which is these, where's, like, the... Oh, I got the last flower. Okay, so I only missed one, that's alright. And I didn't get it that time, thankfully. But the, it falls into that category of game I was talking about yesterday, where I'm like, it's a side-scroller with, like, a collecting aspect. But it's not over the top, because what it is, like, every level has a certain goal for you to try and fulfill. Also, it's more like a challenge, right? So it's not really a collection aspect, it's like a challenge. So every level has a specific challenge. Like, to put it most simply, it might be go a specific way, or it might be don't trample any of the flowers going through the level, which is doable, right? But it's actually quite a challenging Kirby game. What the hell are you? Candy Floss Yoshi. I kind of like this. Let's be Candy Floss Yoshi. We'll leave the yogurt yard behind. This is just the Kirby episode where I'm just talking about Kirby. Where I need an episode to talk about that there Kirby. But yeah, like, Kirby's Dream Land 3 is hard. There's a nice level of challenge to it. And the aesthetic of it is like a very big part of why I love it so much. As I said, it has this really, really pleasing sort of coloring book style. This is a level I like, you know. I find those freaking birds are just a little bit too unpredictable for my liking. This is something I can work with here. But yeah, in terms of Kirby, am I wrong in thinking, did we see at like a Nintendo Direct or something that Robobot is being re-released? That's like one of that era of Kirby games that I just never played. I just never played it. I think I just never got it. For some reason, I just never got Planet Robobot. I saw Mayo Hello stream it at one point. Mayo Hello streamed it, so that's the most I know about Planet Robobot. But yeah, I'd be up for trying it. It's just a lot of those Kirby games feel very similar. So like Kirby's Return to Dreamland. What the hell are you? This weird little bird. They're moving like there's a mouse in this episode of Tom and Jerry that moves like that. And I can't think of what it is, but there definitely is one that like scurries along like that. You look like Yoshi's Crafted World. You're like a Yoshi's Crafted World like armor or something like that. Okay, come over here please. I need to jump on you. I should have like lured the freaking Mama Luigi down. Mama Luigi? What the hell is going on here? Looks like chickens and eggs and hens and ducks and geese better scurry. These are like freaking me out. Their like movements are so like jarring. Like what the how violent are these birds? That's one thing about birds is when you look at their eyes, like birds have these eyes that just seem very kind of like what's like going on here? There we go. I knew there was something. Birds have these eyes that just seem like emotionless. And like it's kind of scary when you look them in the eye because they look very unpredictable. Like they have a very like they have like a very expressionless like eye. What am I talking about? Like what is the topic of this conversation right now? Get out of here! These violent birds. What was I talking? I was talking about Planet Robobot. So yeah, I've never actually played Planet Robobot, but I would be up for trying it. I think like the thing with Planet Robobot is, as I say, a lot of those like Kirby games from that era feel like very samey. Like they just feel like the very same game, like reiterated with one little new gimmick or something like that. So I think that's like what's giving me my lack of desire to that's what's like giving me my lack of like strong desire to play Planet Robobot. You are pissing me off, I swear. I just can't deal with their violent motion. Like there's played Nightmare in Dreamland and loved, or not Nightmare in Dreamland, Return to Dreamland or whatever. Or Kirby's Adventure Wii or whatever it's called in my neck of the woods. What is happening here? This like parallax nonsense. I really don't need that bird like getting on my trail. Sorry, that was just a little bit funny. But yeah, as I was saying, like, whoa, that wasn't good. Like, Return to Dreamland, I really loved it, right? But then it feels like a lot of the games that use that same sort of engine are just the same game. They feel like playing the same game again, just with like some slightly different mechanic, you know. And I extend that to like Star Allies, to Planet Robobot, to all of those ones. They just feel very similar to each other. Do I have like all the yarn? Oh my god. Is it gonna be like freaking Chicken Yoshi? Or Big Cluck Yoshi? You big cluck. So yeah, I don't know, Planet Robobot? I think that's why I never got it, because I was like, oh, it's just going to be like, it's another game that's like that. But then I also never got, like, what's the other one that was on the... Well, no, isn't there, like, the one that's a remake of Superstar? Oh. Hey, Miss Clock, get over here. Oh my god. Watch where you're going. Never mind, just get to work and blow up the annoying Yoshi away. This is like the least like Bane style like dialogue I've ever had for like a character that that has like Bane's voice. There has never been a character in one of my Let's Plays that where Bane's voice is less appropriate than this one. What the hell are you doing? What the hell is going on here? It's crazy. Oh, we need to do it twice. What? No! I freaking died! I'm just too busy talking about Bane. Whereas then, like, I think that's why Forgotten World... Is that what it's called, isn't it? Forgotten World? I think that's why it feels... No! What about my last yarn? No, there's no, like, checkpoint right before the boss? What kind of BS is that? I have to do this all over again? This took quite a while as well, actually, because it was the weird, like, parallax... The weird, like, parallax room. Let's just do the same thing we did last time. What was I talking about? Well, I was talking about Forgotten World. That's why Forgotten World felt like such like a breath of fresh air, you know, like because it just had this completely different style to those Kirby games that just used that same engine, you know, that we had already seen so much. That I was kind of like tired of seeing it, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, Forgotten World I think is like such an unreal game. I'd love to let's play it sometime. Like it's one of those few games where like it rarely happens with me that there's a game where I get it. And, like, as soon as I get it, I not only play through it and finish it, but I play through it, finish it, and 100% it. And Forgotten World was one of those. Echoes of Wisdom was as well. I know I haven't really talked about it that much. I'm going to skip you, Bane, sorry. The, Echoes of Wisdom was another one. Funnily enough, and I know it's kind of strange, I haven't really talked about Echoes of Wisdom that much, even though it's a game that I loved so much when I played it. Even though it's a game that I loved so much when I played it, as I say, like it's one of those few games where, like, I actually played it from start to finish, and where I played it from like start to finish and also 100%ed it into the bargain, you know. This music is nice. Oh my god, it's nice to have like this like a different style boss music that doesn't really feel like boss music, to be perfectly honest. Oh, you're blowing them this way now? This is really cool. I love this music. It doesn't feel like... It feels more like kind of like triumphant like boss music rather than like your usual kind of like... Rather than like your usual kind of like... Whoa! More than like your usual like stressful like tense boss music or whatever. Like it's nice to have something that's like a little bit different. And now it's over. Oh my god, I feel like a couple of those levels they had me completely like on high alert mode the whole time I was trying to talk. Here I am talking about Planet Robobot. But yeah, even like Metroid Dread, which is a game I was really looking forward to, and which is fantastic, by the way, even that game I didn't really start and play it through to the finish and get everything. It just didn't get me into the frame of mind to do that. Not even Legends Arceus did. Like, when the first time I did everything in that game was when I did the Let's Play. That was, and I didn't even do everything, I don't think. There's like a lot of quests that I didn't bother doing because like... That's one aspect of that game that I think is not the best, not like it could be. A lot of the side quests are pointless. You know, it's like do this really like lengthy side quest and you get like a plant that you find 10 of them just lying around the place, you know, so it's not really worth it. Oh, I kind of like this kind of jungle style. But I miss World 3. I think World 3 is a beautiful aesthetic, except for that shit mound level. It'll be sad to bid farewell to World 3. So how are we doing so far? World 1, we're literally missing like only a couple of things in World 1. World 2, we're missing quite a bit. We're doing well on Yarn, but it's the flowers keep biting me in the ass. This one, 3-2 was a wash. Sorry, 3-2 was a massacre. World 4, who knows what's to expect. Anyway, I think that's it from this part of Let's Play Yoshi's Woolly World. In the next part, we are going to move on to World 4. And see what it has to offer. What's the first level? The first level, monkeying. Oh no, monkeys. I don't want the monkeys. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this part of Let's Play Yoshi's Woolly World. I'll see you next time. For now, though, I'm going to get something to eat. Bye now.